What's up, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? Jade Farrar for the Jade Farrar Show. And today, I was in two minds about even making this video because I just feel like I need to add my perspective in the situation with Mike Pulman and pretty much the rest of the disability community. But recently, Mike put out a video, or actually it wasn't even a video, it was a blog detailing some of the recounts from people that had done Be Leadership. Now, before we go any further, because, Mike's a big fan of people claiming their bias, I was actually involved in the first ever intake of Be Leadership in 2011. I'm not recognized on the alumni though, because I actually dropped out roughly 4 months into the process. So if we could just talk about that for a second, just to clear the air, I suppose. The reason I dropped out wasn't necessarily anything to do with the program itself. It was actually more that myself and a friend of mine were in the midst of developing a web design studio and, keeping clients happy and doing what we needed to do to get money in the door. That was actually really time consuming, and, we didn't realize that Be Leadership would take at least 3 days out of the month. Now, 3 days out of the month doesn't sound like a lot, and I get that, because, there's average 30 days in a month, surely you can find 3 spare, but when you're starting a new business, it wasn't really like that. So just to clear the air on where I was at in terms of Be Leadership, I started it, dropped out about 4 months in. It was more to do with my business than anything else. And yeah, that's it. So that's out of the way. But my video today isn't to sort of talk about whether or not whose side I'm on, this, that, and the other. It's more of a reflection on all Mike really did was provide a platform for a few individuals, as I understand it, just to express their concerns and, recount their experiences, which weren't so great of Be Leadership. The backlash on Mike, though, has been pretty incredible in terms of people wanting everything verified before anybody is allowed to say anything. I don't know if I'm just being, if I don't see this in the right way, or if there's something I don't understand, but all Mike did was present the accounts of a few people that had had experiences with Be recently and perhaps not so recently. He was pretty much, he was not even in a place of trying to figure out what was fact. I don't think it was, I don't think he saw himself as a detective. All he was really doing was providing a platform for people to share their stories. It's worth saying that even though he did that, the people that came forward and reached out to Mike, as I understand it, they don't even want their names involved because they're worried about, backlash on them or implications for them going forward. So, if nothing else, I totally accept that Mike was simply in a position of wanting to, not wanting, but in a position of being able to create a conversation around this leadership program that I understand some people have an issue with. So I'm sort of not feeling, these sort of attacks on Mike and, this kind of negative energy coming to him when all he was doing was laying out the perspective of others. We've really got to be mindful that free speech is a thing. So Mike presented something. I'm not sure that I've seen anything come out from B leadership at all. I'd be really interested in hearing what they have to say. Yeah, there's nothing stopping anybody from saying what they want to about anything, and it's really important that Mike's always maintained, this is not even his sort of view on B leadership. I think I've said this like almost 10 times. He was merely presenting a view of other people, and for me, I just want to come out and risk getting myself in the middle of beef and say, I really commend Mike for everything that he does every day. Like, it wasn't an easy decision for me to be associated with him either, because he's a very hard-hitting guy. He has a unique perspective on things. He's, as he says himself, he's done with the fakery. He's done with the bullshit. And, in my line of work, that's really, really refreshing. So I just want to come out here, and I guess what I'm saying is, I'm putting my support out for Mike, actually, because I don't really see what he's done wrong. He's made no claims. He's made no claims in his own name about the situation, and he's said up front that he's more than willing to hear from B leadership on the matter. And before I go, I'm totally aware of his episode being taken down from conversations with Crips, and I don't know, man. To me personally, that just feels like the wrong move, because I totally get the thing about not wanting to be associated with his brand, but the episode itself literally had nothing to do with anything controversial or out there or crazy or whatever have you. So just on that note, I personally feel like it was the wrong move. Like, it could have been described that there was a feeling of not wanting to work together in future. That would have been cool. But just in terms of the episode, I don't know. Should it have come down? I really don't think so. And just the message I want to leave, I don't want to make this video too long. I don't really do a whole bunch of response videos, but it's worth thinking about that, the whole reason the Content Creators Network came about was just, we've said it many, many times before online. It's about reclaiming the narrative and telling our own stories. And I think if you really analyze what's gone on in the past few days, I think that's exactly what's happened. Disabled people telling their stories, using leverage and avenues like Mike to express dissatisfaction about something. And, I'll be the first to say that Mike's brand is very different to mine. I'm all about positive energy, positive vibes, as much as I possibly can. I'm aware that on the YouTube channel I've done a depression video, so it hasn't always been sunshine and lollipops, but as much as I possibly can, I try to get positive vibes. And but that doesn't mean to say that I won't associate with Mike. I just want to say that again. I think he brings a new, unique energy, and I'm totally happy to be associated, actually, along with all the other people that have formally signaled they want to be part of our network. So I don't know if that means I'm going to cop some backlash or similar feeling because I want to be associated with Mike. But if that is the case, let it be what it will be, and I'll continue to do what I do and put out, as much content as I can when I'm not recovering from the flu. And just to say, guys, the internet is a prosperous, enriching, opportunistic place. We can all have our say online, and I would just encourage everybody that's watching this video here today to give it a go. You've got a message, you've got a story, you've got a perspective, share it and join our content creators network and be part of something really cool. We're not about taking people down, as has been sort of stated out there in various Facebook groups. We're just about sharing stories, and that's all I want to do. I want to leave a legacy. I want to leave a message. I want to create a library of content that will let people know my perspective on different things. I think the whole thing about the past week or so has got completely twisted up, and people just need to reevaluate their position on what happened this week. And we're all here for positive vibes, and the disability sector is hard enough to live through without the community within it imploding. So I would encourage you to think about that. That's really all I've got for today, guys. Reach out in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Share your thoughts and ideas with me. If you've got a different perspective to me, that's absolutely fine. Talk to me in the comment section, and let's just try to find a way to come together. Anyway, guys, thank you for being a part of the journey. Thank you for being a part of the channel. And we'll see you in the next one.